Today on This is Arlington, how social issues are impacting society, and is there a solution?
I think that people need to be less mad at each other and treat each other with kindness.
And how one super senior is leaving a legacy in her own circles of influence.
Honestly, I would not trade this experience for anything in the world.
Plus, how a community chose to unite because of one daughter's willingness to fight.
I think it was 2 or 3 doctors came in the room and basically told us, it was some form of cancer. Her blood work was off and there was a mass.
All that and more on today's episode of This is Arlington.
The stage is set for the first week of high school football under Friday Night Lights. Tonight, the Arlington Tigers face off against the MUS Owls. In last year's season opening matchup, MUS dismantled the Tigers 39-10 on Owl turf. MUS boasts their strong defense and player development, while Arlington looks to showcase what second-year quarterback Grant Buchanan can do under new head coach Tommy Miller. It's the Tigers and the Owls next on AHS Tiger
back
Life.
To pass, rush 5 or 6. He's going deep to Vice. He's so big. Oh my goodness, what a catch! Brought back some Odell flashbacks. Great defensive player. Rush 3, drop 8 for Gatewood. He lobs one up there. That's going to be picked off by who else but Dermont Green, returning it for the pick 6. And Ford is off. They catch the ball at the 10-yard line. They're returning it. Jackson Lyons in coverage. He misses the ball, though. Oh, my goodness. Whitehaven's running down the right sideline. What in the world just happened? Talk about making a stamp on this game. A kick return touchdown for the first play of scrimmage. Edwards is absolutely annihilated by who else but Smith. Again, doing the iconic celebration, saying no, sir. And you cannot have that if you're Arlington. If you're going to be able to press successfully and not be scared to be as aggressive as possible, you cannot give up those fouls in the backcourt. Already 4 in this half. 3 more and they'll be in the bonus. Arlington has to limit those if they want to keep up the pressure. And for Tierney Kelsey, she is a fantastic shooter, but her shot selection just needs to improve. She has the shot when she's open, but the shots that she's taken so far have been off balance. She's had people in her face, in her eyes, because they know she can shoot. If you're Kelsey and if you're Arlington, if you're Coach Shields, you need to warrant her from shooting those shots because those have just killed possessions here for the Tigers early. Frustration there on the end of Anthony Madlock. He wants to get involved in the scoring column this game as much as possible. Currently he's got 5 points, but when you have frustration fouls like that, that can take you out of it. And Long, the last month or so, has been off on her shot, but this game comes in and has hit 4 threes that Arlington desperately needed in this game. The senior coming in clutch in this district championship.
I'm going to say my key player is going to be Damon Cisa, running back for Houston. He comes in at 5'8", 170, not the biggest guy on the field, but don't let that underestimate him. He is a very good player, over 1,000 rushing yards on the season to this point. In that game against Germantown that they played, who Arlington lost to last week, 236 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, it doesn't matter this guy's frame. He's going to get it done on the football field. So we'll see what can happen. If Vice or if Cisa get involved tonight, it's going to be a tough road for the Tigers.
Yeah, and another dynamic player on offense, as I already mentioned, is going to be Gabriel Torres. He's a Swiss Army knife for this team. He plays in the secondary, but also on the offensive end. Where he really shines is special teams. I would be very shocked if they even tried to kick it to him tonight. So we'll see what he's got. But if you put him in space on the offensive end, he's going to get things done. He runs a 10.77 last year in his 100-meter dash, so he's a solid guy. He's going to get anything done if you put him in space. I'm glad Coach Miller utilized that the past 2 games, so look forward to see that tonight. Last year, the homecoming matchup did not go as planned for the Tigers.
Girl you really want to watch for, as Brent said, is Brittany Wells. She does her thing in the AAU circuit, but she's also been really good this year, averaging 14 points per game. She is the definition of a true point guard. She's a better passer than she is a shooter, but she can do anything on the floor you want her to. Watch Brittany Wells tonight. She's going to put on a show. But Anthony Medlock went to play at Germantown. He was the highlight player last year that led them to that district championship as a junior, and this year he's back. He's ready for action. Germantown tied with Bartlett right now in district record, which is insane to even talk about because Bartlett's top 25 nationally.
Hello and welcome back to Men in Hoodies. I'm Brent Lyons.
And I'm Jake Stoope. Let's not waste any time. Hoodie up, and let's start the show. Today we will be talking to members from Tiger Football and AHS Ladies Soccer. Before that, let's go to Tiger Life reporter Alex Layton. Also joined today by 2 members of the boys lacrosse team, Walter Hill and Cameron Davis. And Walter, I just want to ask you this question. We just got off the Jace documentary, and something that you talked about is how sports are temporary, right? Past high school, not a lot of athletes will play in college. Kind of talk about how that doesn't need to be maybe our main focus.
Congratulations to all our fall athletes. But now it's basketball time, baby. We got some boys basketball players with us in the studio today, Drew Ellis and Luke McBride. It's good to have y'all here. Y'all had your first game last night, but Luke, we want to start with you. What is your best memory playing basketball? Coach, you're a defensive coordinator. Carter, you're a defensive guy yourself. Talking about the defense specifically, how have you seen that improve over the course of the season? We'll start with you, Ella. Obviously, there's the good things and the fun things, but also it can get tough at times, right? It gets really busy. So what would be the hardest part about cheering competitively for you? New member of the media crew at AHS. However, that is not her main focus. Brittany Wells utilizes most of her time on the basketball court as the starting point guard for the Lady Tigers. However, her journey has not been easy. I'm excited for him. Even though we're losing a lot of seniors this year, 35 to be exact, guys like that are guys I'm looking forward to. Welcome back to This is Arlington, Arlington High School's student-produced television show. I'm Jake Stoope. Each month on This is Arlington, we highlight one of our seniors. Justin Byers is here to bring us the report. Well, things are moving right along here at Arlington High School. We are already in the midst of homecoming festivities. Tuesday is retro-themed, Wednesday is squad day, Thursday is class distinction day, and Friday is Tiger Spirit Day. Celebrate homecoming with us and show up with your best outfits. Now, Brent, what day are you looking forward to the most? Our Tiger Life reporters Brent Lyons and Jack Perry took to the halls to quiz Arlington students. The punishment for wrong answers? Hot sauce. Here's another edition of Hot Ones. Want some 2023 gear? Signs, stickers, and shirts are all available for a great price. Check out Schoology for a link to all of your Tiger merchandise needs. So as it is April Fool's Day, we want to highlight some of our best pranks. So Aspen, is there anything that you've seen in the past or that you've done to somebody that's been your favorite? But that's going to be a wrap for us here at the desk. Thank you for watching This is Arlington. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Like a really good game as we started out, but Arlington giving up a 16-0 run to the Bartlett Panthers to end that second quarter. A lot of that due to the impact of J.R. Jacobs, Matthew Stokes, and Amar Knox, the Memphis commit himself that actually decommitted. He's played well so far, but it's really been the impact of Matthew Stokes and J.R. Jacobs. Once they instituted that half-court press in the second half, that's when they went out on the big
Welcome
run.
to Arlington High School. We're glad you're here. We know walking into a school with more than 2,100 students can be a little bit overwhelming. We hope this quick intro video will help you get started. From here, it's just a quick walk to the front office. Just come up this sidewalk and go right around the corner. Now walk through these double doors and to the front office just ahead. Before we go, we still have one last stop to make. For anyone in need of assistance, we have an operating elevator here just for you. Up the stairs to your right is going to be the 500 hall where all the science labs are located. Thank you for serving our outstanding students here at Arlington High School. We hope your work experience was one leaving you wanting to come back. Go Tigers. In today's episode, the topic of the debate is who is the greatest basketball player of all time, LeBron James or Michael Jordan. Joining me today in this debate are Brent Lyons and Walker Funk. Brent Lyons believes Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Walker believes LeBron James is the GOAT. So we'll start with you, Brent. What is your main argument or your main take on why Michael Jordan is the best of all time? Joining me today in this debate are Nathan Newtalk and Andy Spann. And Nathan, I want to start with you. Tell me what grade you're in, tell me what you like to do, and when you first started to like Spider-Man. Do the benefits of the COVID-19 vaccine, as you've already stated, do those outweigh the potential risks that she's been mentioning? So let's tone this down. We've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about coaching, we've talked about stats, we've talked about mentality, talked about dominance on the floor. What is the most important aspect of being the greatest of all time? If you had to pick one thing and compare it to the other person, what would it be? And Nathan, this question I'm about to ask is kind of inspired by your costume. Can you talk about Spider-Man's costume design and how it outmatches Batman? Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. We will see you next time.
Well, that's going to be it. Arlington Tiger Country. Let's ride.